Hi everyone, it's Diane Evans with stampingwithdiane.com. I'm an independent Canadian Stampin' Up demonstrator here in the interior of British Columbia. So if this is one of your first times joining me, welcome. I'm glad that you have found me. And if you're joining me again, I truly, truly do appreciate you. It's so exciting to be back from a Stampin' Up event that we were at, which was called Backstage, where it's a bunch of leaders that get together. You get to collaborate, you learn lots of good stuff. So it was amazing, and Stampin' Up does treat us so well. Oh my goodness. They took us to the Cirque du Soleil, which had the Beatles' Love. And of course, we got these excellent t-shirts. And of course, with Stampin' Up written all over them. Nothing could be better in any event. Welcome. Remember, if you are you're watching this on a repeat and you don't like me talking with different people, that's all part of the live part. Just scoot on by there. Hello, Laura. I'm so glad to see you. And glad you're coming to my rescue, I must say. In any event, we are going to do some playing around with the Joy of Christmas. I think is the suite is what it's called. Yes, the Joy of Christmas. It's a pop-up centerfold card. Like I say, on Mondays, usually what I do is a 3D project, and I haven't done very many of those. 3D project or a fancy fold card, and today's a fancy fold card using this beautiful suite. The suite not only includes two bundles, it also includes some fantastic paper. It has both specialty paper and it also has regular designer series paper. And I really wish that I could show you the catalog, but can't show you that until September the 16th. But here's one piece of the watercolor paper, and then the specialty paper there as well, which has the gold in there. So amazing, this paper. So we're going to use this one and this one actually in our card, so that should be fun. Let's see, who have we got to say hello? Pam, thank you. And actually, it was so amazing coming back on this trip. And I had no delays. I mean, I did have a bit of problems in customs, not customs going through customs, but they sent me out of customs and then I had to go back through security, and it's all good. Hi, Barb and Colleen. Thank you. Rose and Dolores, Marilyn. I had a great time. I'm not a real huge Vegas fan, but I mean, the resort that we stayed at, got to hang around the pool, got to hang around with some of the best people in the world, which I call Stampin' Up people, right? And we didn't do any stamping, but we sure learned an awful lot. Hello, Dorothy and Tina. Tina, you're not watching the replay. You're actually caught the live, I must say. And Rose from Palmdale, California. Nice. Awesome. Okay, so we are, and I'm going to scoot on right on down and we're going to get cracking on this. I hope I don't have issues with it. I have made this card. I actually have it that I've designed it for another particular class. In any event, we're going to use part of this. We're using this. This one's probably my favorite out of the two. Beautiful sentiments. I love the font on here. And of course, they have the dies that go along with it. And I know I have the dies in here. The dies are right here. And then this is the other set of dies. This dies goes with this. And actually, if you caught me on my card sketch on Saturday, you notice that I used this card, this die cut, and then this is part of the Joy of Noel, and inside here is where I've got this fantastic die to cut this Noel out, which we're going to use. I use it a lot, so I put it right inside there. Happy Monday. You're right, Tina. Oh, the dancing. Colleen says she wants to know about the dancing. It's called Sweets and Treats. It was like a reception and it was around the pool. We couldn't be in the pool and it was called Blackout. So we all had to wear black, and they had a DJ there. And Stampin' Up people dance. We get together and you just dance all, and it was on this artificial grass, which is whatever. I could barely move. My hips the next day I was so stiff for 2 days. Obviously I don't do that much. I should dance more. I was dancing like nobody was watching me, so it was all good. Awesome. It's always a good time, and no extra time, but also seeing that Cirque du Soleil, that was one of the ones that I did want to see. So Stampin' Up did it. They did do exactly what they said they were going to do. They were going to try to make it at par when we were in New Orleans, and they did. It was amazing. Imagine 700 demonstrators, and then the leadership team going with us to a Cirque du Soleil. It was a sea of blue. We all wore our t-shirts, so it was really it was cool. It's funny because I was going to run upstairs to get the ribbon I was going to put on this card, and I didn't get back up there, so it's all good. All right, so what we're going to do is we're doing a fancy fold card, and I can show you what it looks like in another card, and this is only going to be a sneak peek because this is part of a card class. This is what the card is going to look like. It's going to come open like this and just pop up like this. So, sneak peek of a class that's coming up. Actually, a sneak peek of the add-on class and possibly next month's card class. So you do have, this does take a full sheet of cardstock to do, and it's going to take 2 pieces of 5.5 by 6.25, and then we're going to turn around. These are going to be, and I got to make sure I've got these at the right. See, they're not right there. It's going to go like that, and I think it goes like this. I'm just going to have to double check on there. So I'm going to go ahead and score these on the score lines and use our bone folder. Yeah, whenever you can take advantage of a Stampin' Up thing, you just sort of jump on it. I'm excited about, they're doing on stage in 3 different places globally, and I think we're going to go to Rotterdam. I'm pretty sure we're going to Rotterdam, so that ought to be fun. All right, so this is going to go like this. So what we want to do is we want to get these cards so that I can actually, this is going to all go together. So this actually has to go like this, I believe. Let me just double check. So if I put these together, I think I've got them. Mountain, valley, mountain. No, I've got to have it going this way. There we go. Got it going. All right, so what we're going to do is on these pieces here, this is where you've scored this. Okay, we've gone ahead and we've scored this at 1.5 inch, 2 3/4 inch, and 4 5/8 inch. And then we did the same on this side. We did, like I said again, 1.5, 2 3/4, and 4 5/8. And then what we want to do is we want to make sure that we've got them so that they're together. See, I had that. Now, is that going to be right? We want to fold this up to make sure it's going to be right. I've got to have it going all the right way. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to fold these 2 pieces in here like so. And you know what? Yep, I think I've got them about even. I should have double checked that before. And then this folds in and this folds. Oh, this is the wrong way. This is going to be this way. Sorry. There we go. So you want where you've scored, like this is from this end, the 6 3/8, and scored from this end, this is the 6 3/8. This has to measure the 1 1/2. And then what we're going to do and how you can go in and double check that is that I've cut this DSP 1 1/4. No, this is the outside piece. Sorry, yeah, that's the outside piece. Go. All right, so these are going to fold in like this. These fold in, I think I've just got, there we go. I've just got them folded the wrong way, that's all. All right, so it goes when you have your 1.5 inch piece, and I think what we're going to end up doing is we're going to go ahead and put these pieces on here to begin with so that we don't get mixed up with that. All right. So when they're like this, what we're going to do is we're going to take, you could take some washi tape, you could take any kind of tape. And what we want to do is we want to come in, and I've already done this. I've stuck it onto my shirt or onto my pants so that it doesn't stick too much. And we're going to go, and on the back side of this, we are going to just go and tack that down. So this piece here is what we're going to attach part of our card. So this is where we're working from. So this is going to go like this, and this is going to go like this, and that's how our fold is going to work. So this is the back side that we're going to do this on. So we want to make sure that that's good and close together. Now I've gone ahead and cut 2 pieces of designer series paper, and this happens to be 1 1/4 by 5 1/4. And this is how you know that you've got this set right, is by putting these on here. And then these other 2 pieces of the designer series paper are going to go on this side here. And these are 1 inch by 5 1/4. All right. Have I lost anybody along the way? Dorothy says, is on stage different than backstage? Yes. On stage is for every demonstrator. Backstage is for leaders, which are usually Silver Elite and above, that want to learn more and get more training on a business side of it. So no stamping at backstage, but lots of stamping at on stage. Hello, Felicia. So yeah. All right. So we're like this. So I'm going to go ahead and put these pieces on here. This will all come together. You'll see why it was so important to know where these pieces all went. All right, so let's start again. We'll get this on there. Yeah, we have an onstage, virtual onstage coming in November. And then next year, onstage is going to be in person, and they have them in United States, in Melbourne, and also in the Netherlands. So I think we've decided that we're going to go to Rotterdam. And yeah, that should be quite fun. And of course, we met up with quite a few people that are from the Netherlands. So they know that we're coming. And one of them's even offered to take us around a bit too. So that's going to be amazing. One of our new design members for our stamp camp that we do 3 times a year, our Creativity Abound Stamp Camp, which the registration is opening up soon. If you're interested in that, it's going to open up. Well, it is open now, the pre-registration. That's where you get your make and takes for 13. These are available only, like through me, they're only available in Canada, but if you are interested in doing it, if you're in another country, the US, I can give you the names of the 4 demonstrators that are doing it down there. And in Australia, we also have the names, and in the UK as well, and Europe, actually, because Lottie is from the Netherlands, actually, too. So we have 3 from the UK, Lottie from the Netherlands, we have 2 from Australia, 1 from New Zealand, and 4 from the United States, and 2 of us from Canada. So great stamp camp. Yeah, so, but open to demonstrators as well, because of the way it's structured. We don't sell them as stamping kits. We sell them as suites. And yeah, it works out. It's cheaper than, what you would have to pay if you were a demonstrator or just as a normal person as for a kit. All right, so let's get back onto the card. So see, this is actually going to fold in like this, and this is how the card is then going to have the front of the card, and then this is the back, and we're going to take this off afterwards. So then we have this piece here of cardstock, and it happens to be 3.5 by 5.5, and that's what lays onto this part right here. Now, there are 2 lines here, the full score lines. As long as this piece fits in the middle there, it is going to work and fold just perfectly in. So this is where you want to make sure that these parts are even. If you wanted, you could go in and trim them. So I'm just going to go in, put this on here. So how I can put that on is I'm going to come in on this part here, going to glue it on there and here. And then this piece just, whoops, ooh, don't want that on there. So it's just going to go right in between there, and I'm going to position it in such a place that it is right in the middle of those 2 score lines. And I'll bring that up to the camera so you can see. Oh, Pam says she enjoyed her first camp. Yes, and we're using Seasons of Winter. Beautiful suite. I hope so. Like, you get like 13 make and takes, and then you get access to a Facebook group where you get 13 more extra things. So yeah, so reach out to me if you're interested, if you live in Canada, and if you want to know in the other markets, just let me know and I'll reach out to you. This is a center pop-up card. So it's kind of like those flying eagle, flying seagull sort of things, but not quite like that. So then on this one, this piece happens to be 3 1/4 by 10.5, and I've scored it at 5.5. So I'm going to go in and we're just going to get a good score line there. And then this piece here is going to go on here, and that's where the rest of your card goes, just like this. All right. So let's get this part decorated. Oops. So just put this off to the side. And then what I want to do is I just want to stamp something on the inside here, and probably an saying or something. And I really like this. I'm going to put this Noel on the front, and I'm going to go tidings of comfort and joy on the inside. There we go. And remember, I always put my stamp set down like this, and then I pick up my stamp set so that way it's relaxed. And I'm just going to go ahead and put that on here, and I'm going to put it onto a paper piercing mat. And I'm going to grab my Shaded Spruce. And I neglected to tell you that the color that I am using on here is Shaded Spruce. And Shaded Spruce goes really well with this designer series paper, and of course this specialty paper as well. So now I didn't get that straight on the block, but I'm going to get it straight by just looking at it. And I need to pull it off to one side so that I can see it. So it's just going to go like this. Tidings of comfort and joy. Just like that. And I don't use this Shaded Spruce enough. It's very pretty. Now I can also go and put, there's holly on the front die that I'm going to use. So I'm actually going to come in here and use this holly here on there. Just pick that up, and we're just going to stamp this down here. Oh my goodness, I have got to come in with this. I'm just going to stick that right about there. All right. That should be fairly dry. And now we're going to go ahead and decorate the front, and then we'll glue it onto the front of the card. All right, so this is going to go like this on the front of the card. I have this piece that's from one of the dies. And if you watch me on Saturday, I actually use this for my card sketch. So you know what? I'm putting a lot of other stuff on there. So I'm just going to go and just put and hopefully I can get it straight. There we go. I have to lift this up because I am having issues seeing if I'm getting things straight or not. Like I say, after my cataract surgery, I'll probably end up, what'll happen is I'll go back and I'll say, ooh, what happened to those? All right. So what I'm going to do is now I want to come in and I'm going to take this piece of, this is just a piece that's 2 by 2. And I'm just going to put this here, and I'm coming in with this fantastic Noel, and I'm going to stamp that Noel. Now, yes, I am going to go ahead and use gold embossing. So let's ink that up. And I'm also going to use it. See, this is 2 by 2, and it fits on here just perfect. Let's come in, and I know I had a bit of glue on the back of this, and I'm just going to come in and just grab some gold embossing powder on there. Oops, that wasn't very good. I just want to flick that off. There we go. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and heat set this. And I'm going to do the heat setting, although I've already got this sort of cut out. But I'm going to show you how I'm going to go about doing this. So we're just going to heat set this. And this has got such a beautiful design, and that's why it looks so good with the gold, because it's the design on the letters gives an open sort of look to it. I'll show you what I mean in just a second here. There we go. And here you can see that it's open a bit on there. Now I am coming in with my, goodness, where did I put that? I went and I am using these foam adhesive sheets. Have you used these? These are absolutely amazing. So this is 2 by 2, and I've cut this 2 by 2. So I'm just going to go in, and these are like personalized dimensionals. So I just put that onto the back there, and then I run that through with that die, the Noel die, just like this. And I've gone ahead and already done that. And now I've got it where they're popped up. They'll be popped up. And I don't have to worry about putting all those the dimensionals on the back like I did on the Saturday card. Oops. This really comes off a lot easier than that. Now what I've got is I don't have the backing on here, so I'm just going to, honestly. All right, Dolores. Well, I don't know how long it takes for the recovery, but I'm hoping it's not too long. I don't have time. I have to have them both done. So, and I'm hoping that I can get the lenses that I don't have to rely on glasses. All right, so we have that. This is like so. And then I thought I needed something in the background of this Noel. So this is a circle that is cut from the new Deckled Circles. I feel like I'm showing you lots and lots of stuff, but oh my goodness, this new catalog is amazing. So I just went and I took whatever one I wanted. Now this has, I think it's 16 in here. 14 different circles. These ones are pretty big, but amazing. All right, so we have that. That's going to go on there, and so is this Noel. So I can go like this and just We're going to center this Noel on here. Now there's a right and a wrong way for this N. So I'm just going to put that up there, not really stick it down too much. Well, I think that might go there. Like I say, these act like dimensionals, right? I might have to switch these around just a little bit. Take this backing off of here as well. Okay, so what it looks like is that I can actually have all of this on there. I didn't really stick them down. Just going to pick, I kind of did with the N. And we'll just take this one off as well. There we go. Now we hope that's straight. Too bad. And then that's just going to go on here. Now I know that looks like it's fairly plain, but when we go ahead and put this part on the front of the card, see how that's now going to change the look of that completely. Now I probably could have taken some more of these things or done some more fronds on there. This is popped up, so I think what I'm going to do is just go and put some of this on here. Just going to put that on there. And now this piece here can be put onto the front of this. Just like so. So then you've got your card that it can close like this if you want to put it into the envelope to fit in, or it can go behind like this to fit into the envelope. Now, I think it needs some more stuff on it. So these, like I say, they have some amazing die cuts in here as well. You could do some more leaves, but there's another one here with some of these leaves, but I think this one's the best. So we'll just go in here and we'll just grab this one out. Grab some more shaded spruce. And just let's go and we'll cut a couple of these out with our dies. Let's see. You drove you home. Oh, wow. Well, they told us that we're not allowed to drive home, so I'll listen to them. It's all good. All right, so I'm just going to bring in my little mini cut and emboss. I have said before that I use plate number 3 and number 2. I don't use the first plate. I find it it doesn't run through as easily. So I'm just going to come in with my shaded spruce. We'll just put some there. Everything on top. And by doing that level, our plate number 3, you don't have to do that staggering. It works quite well. So just take this one out. You know, I think I'll just run that one through once more. Sounds like it needs some WD-40 on there. Now, I guess I could have put some gold on here. Would have looked good as well. I'm just going to poke this out. Yeah, by going away like we did when it was just in Vegas, it wasn't that much. There's no time change for me, so it's quite easy to jump right into what we have to do. All right, so I'm just going to cut another one of these out. This would be nice and gold as well. don't have any gold readily available, so just run it that way and run it back. Okay. Let's get that out of the way. They definitely do cut better if you take out these excess pieces. And I think that's the reason why this didn't run through as well. You know what? I'm just going to take that on there, and you can get it in the right spot. And I'm going to come back in with my cut and emboss. And I'm going to show you something else that you can do with it. You can take it and put it up. And if you put it up, it tends to cut easy too. But I want it to cut through those little pieces there. There we go. That will work a lot better. There we go. So see how it's taken those pieces out. I'm just going to take that other piece that I have here. I still had a lot of the cardstock in between here. So what you want to do is make sure that that part is cleaned out of your die cut. And then it'll remove quite easily. So I've got that. Where's my other piece that I cut out? Here it is. So I'm just going to run that through again. And like I say, the tip that I can give you is to turn like this, turn it upright, and then run it through upside down. That, or else use wax paper. Wax paper works really well. Oh, good. Recovery's quick. I don't know what I do if I can't stamp. Or binge watch. Let's see. There we go. Like I say, this would be really great with some more gold on it. But we're just going to stick that down like this. And some down like this. And I didn't want it to be like all symmetrical. So I'm going to actually come in like this and put it down there like that. So let's just go and tack on some of that. And then this piece as well. We're almost done here. We've got quite a bit of writing that we can do on the inside of this. Now, of course, we have to put some embellishments on there. And there's these ones here. These ones are champagne-y looking. My gold, I know I've left upstairs, so I'm actually going to just use these. These are the brush metallics. Just going to put those there. And one down here as well. There we go. All right. So, like I say, it goes like that. This will also, you can fold it like this on the inside. So see, you get the card looking like that. Or you can bring this like, I can't now because I had all those, but if I didn't have that there, this could go to the front. And then it does stand. Now what we have to do is we've got to turn around. Now we've got that good and stuck on that side. Now I'm just taking this. Now remember when I said I took, this is the Post-it note tape. Remember I said I stuck it onto my clothing to kind of de-stick it a little bit. That's important because of that one particular part right there. And then it does freestand as well. All right, so there you go. There's our fancy fold for Monday. I hope you like it. And it's using that Joy of Christmas. Awesome. Red gems would look great with the berries. Yeah, you could do that as well, but we don't have red gems. So I'd have to color those. So what else we've done? Okay, so it looks like the short recovery, so I'm really glad about that. Thank you, Barb. Thanks, Judy. All right, so like I say, yeah, good stuff. All right. Thank you for joining me today. I'm going to be live tomorrow, 4:30, doing my technique. I love Tuesdays. I think they're amazing. And I hope that you can join me there as well. If you like that, give me the thumbs up and also share my video. I really do appreciate that if you do that. And if you do live in Canada and do not have a demonstrator that you're working with, I'd love to work with you. And let's see, I have something coming up fairly soon for the people that do online orders with me as well. Anyways, thank you. Thank you so much. Just sitting there watch. Thanks, Barb. All right. So we will see you tomorrow. Remember to crate because it's great for the soul. Bye for now.